I love music. I don't know, I can't say enough about how much I love music and how much sometimes those rhythms can get into the artwork that I create, especially with Punk Farm. I listened to a lot of loud music when I was working on Punk Farm. And it really, especially those explosive scenes where they're having their grand finale, and it was concerts. You know, I would go to concerts and I would see how they lit the stage with these beautiful colors, and I take photographs whenever I go to a concert, and I bring that into the illustrations for the Punk Farm books. I had written a book about a pig who didn't like to get dirty, and my editor read it, and she thought, you know, it didn't stand out from other farm animal books, and she turned the book down and she encouraged me to keep writing. And at the time I just thought, you know, it was so disappointing. But really it was the best thing that could have happened, because it eventually led to Punk Farm. Because what happened was I was writing a book about a rock star, completely separate from the farm animal book, about one singular rock star. And I thought about this story for about a year or so. I didn't know where to take it. And then I was a counselor at the Hole in the Wall Gang camp, and I had these 5 campers. And to get them onto the front porch to go to the activity, I would play loud punk music. And they came out, and the front porch became their stage, and they'd lip sync, and they'd play air guitar, and they made up this fake band. And by the end of the week, the guitarist was threatening to go solo, the drummer had an emotional breakdown. And I realized, you know, I had been focusing on one rock star, but that's just one character. But when you have 5 characters, you have these 5 different personalities that are so unique and distinct, and when they interact with one another and they clash, humor is born. That's where the funny comes from. And so I went home and I found that original painting of that pig, and I said, oh, this book needs to be about a band, and they need to be farm animals. And that's where Punk Farm came from.